Okay, so this is one of the problems where I like to take credit and say, hey, your calculus teachers did great. You did great on what you're supposed to be learning in this class. Just your Math 151 sucks. No, I'm just kidding. But your mistake is coming from old knowledge, not new knowledge. So yeah, your derivatives look good. You set up the problem, how you're going about it, everything looks fine. Just right there and right here is where some magic occurs. You you subtracted the 8 over, and that's fine, and then you factor out a 4, and then you told me that negative 8 is not equal to 4. True. And then you took this whole thing and set it equal to negative 8. And that would be fine. But why? Why are you doing that? The idea of factoring here hinges on the idea that what you have factored just made those numbers up completely random, nothing to do with your problem. Just want to show you the idea is that it hinges on the idea that what you factored is equal to 0, because then you take each factor and say that each of these things must be equal or can be equal to 0, because 0 times anything makes 0. So therefore, if I get, for example, the first one's negative 4, that would make this first factor 0, and who cares what happens over here, because 0 times anything makes 0, making it a true statement. There is no such thing as a negative 8 rule that does anything like that, so you don't want to get the negative 8 over there. You want to leave everything just like this. Okay, so here's the big idea. So right here, you're good. Now, if you want to, you could divide through because 4 does go into all of those numbers. So if you wanted to, you could simplify it out to be 0 equals 2 plus 2c minus 5f, just by dividing everything by 4. Then over here, right there, same idea. You don't want any of that. All right, so same idea here. Now what we're going to do is, I do see all these things are divisible by 20, so that's going to give me 0 is equal, and I'll just leave it at 20. So that would be negative 2 minus c plus 4f. Okay, so now I have two equations with two variables. How do I solve this to figure out the solution? Well, that's chapter 3, right? We could pop this into a matrix and do reduced row echelon form. You can solve one of the equations for a variable and substitute in the other one. This one would be really easy to do that. I could quickly solve for c, leaving me with negative 2 plus 4f. Now, everywhere I have a c, fill that in there. So that would result in 0 equals 2 plus 2 times, I'll do that in another color, negative 2 plus 4f. Boop, boop, boop. I think you get the idea. Let me get rid of that. There we go. Minus 5f. Ran out of room there. So let's get rid of that. You get the idea. Minus 5f, and so now you'll notice my equation here has only f's, so I can solve for f, and then back sub in to find c. Hopefully that was enough to get you rocking and rolling and finishing this problem up. Just you went awry by subtracting that negative 8 over. No. You have a system of two equations, two unknowns. So back to chapter 3. Use any of those methods we learned to solve, and hopefully that'll get you where you need to be. Best of luck.